baby blue minivan Chrysler is not just a piece of metal. It's not even just a car. To me, it's much more. I imagine that everyone here has a reliable or familiar vehicle that they get into every time they need to go somewhere. And everyone who is lucky enough to have one to call their own will probably understand me when I say that it's a part of you. My parents bought this van over 10 years ago, and 2 years ago I inherited it as my first car. There are parts of it that symbolize how I became who I am today as a woman. These parts are the sun visor, the seats, and the rearview mirror. As you know, cars have many different sections and areas that make them up. One of the sections of my car is the driver and passenger seat, and their sun visors. These visors hold things that are very important to me. What they hold is my CD collection. Since I have a car that was made before 2010, my car doesn't have an automatic phone synchronizer or even a place to plug an aux cord into. So when I listen to music when I drive, I have to do it the old-fashioned way, on CDs. The CDs that I have are current artists like Adele, the 1975, or Lily Allen, to older artists like the Spice Girls, Green Day, and the Mamas and the Papas. Each of these bands sing about things that I can relate to in my own life. Whether it be being young, experiences that I have encountered myself, or things that are just fun to sing and dance to with friends. But of course, these aren't the only things that hold something in my car. On average, a minivan has 7 seats. These seats not only hold passengers, but they also hold memories. Through the years, many people have sat in these seats in my car. I personally have sat in every one of them. Whenever we would go anywhere when I was little as a family, the seating arrangement went as follows. One of my parents would drive and the other one would be in the passenger seat. My older siblings would be in the middle seats, and I would be in the back seat because no one else wanted to sit in it because they get car sick. In this back seat is where I first played my Game Boy Advance. It's where I lost my first tooth at the age of 7. And it's where my imaginary friends and I played on the way to Grandma and Grandpa's house. The driver's seat of my car is the same one that I learned to drive in. It's the same one that I sat while driving to school with my best friend last year. And it's one that I drove in every direction on a spontaneous day trip to the corner around the store or to a concert. When I'm in these seats, I feel secure, and when I look into the mirror, I think. When I look into the rearview mirror, I think of everyone who has looked back in it from the back seat, through the years to me or my mother. I think of my late Aunt Eleanor, childhood versions of my brother and my sister and I. I think of 1 year ago when I would look back and see my friend, who is now miles away in New York City, or when I would look back and see my friend who is now across the ocean in Italy. Areas of my car, much like the areas of my personality, have background and history. My van and I have a rooted connection, from the sun visors to the seats to the rearview mirror. It's a place where I can escape to listen to a CD, take a nap in between classes. It's there after a hard night at work or an exhausting day at school. And I know it's waiting to take me home to my warm bed or familiar faces of my family. Thank you.